Morning mists envelop the quiet mountain village, tenderly caressing the ancient cherry blossoms with a soft, ethereal touch. In his garden, Hiroshi sits alone, his posture a reflection of serene contemplation. His fingers brush against the petals of a nearby flower, each caress a tribute to a memory long past. Hiroshi, his voice low, almost a whisper, as if speaking to the wind itself. The colors of spring are whispers I can no longer see. He closes his eyes, painting vivid images in the darkness, each memory a stroke of color. Hiroshi, to himself, with a quiet longing. The laughter of children. It echoes through the valley. Yet it only deepens. The silence here. The distant sound of children's laughter floats through the air, a playful reminder of life continuing beyond his solitude. A shadow of a smile tugs at his lips, bitter-sweet and fleeting. Hiroshi, softly. Emiko, your laughter was the melody of my life. He holds his breath for a moment, feeling the absence as if it were a tangible thing. In the distance, the rustling of the forest reaches his ears, a gentle symphony of leaves and whispers. Hiroshi, thoughtful, as if conversing with the spirit of the world around him. The forest, it holds the secrets, the stories we cannot see with our eyes. He stands, his movements deliberate and filled with purpose as he tends to the garden, each touch a silent dialogue with the past. The petals, vibrant and alive, respond to his care, swaying ever so slightly in agreement. Hiroshi, his voice mingling with the breeze, a soft promise. I will not forget. I cannot forget. The scene shifts subtly as the shadows of the morning stretch, casting long lines across the garden. Hiroshi pauses, his gaze lifting to the sky, where the clouds drift in serene, endless procession. Hiroshi, in a voice filled with quiet resolve, Emiko, I carry you within me, in every color, in every breath. A moment of stillness embraces the garden, the world seeming to hold its breath alongside him, and then, with a sigh, he returns to his task, his heart painted with the hues of memory, the garden, his canvas, his sanctuary. The camera lingers on Hiroshi's silhouette against the backdrop of blooming cherry blossoms, capturing the gentle essence of a man intertwined with the spirit of the land and a love that transcends the bounds of sight and sound. The forest stood still, wrapped in a shroud of mist, as if holding its breath. Yuki, a small figure of boundless joy, danced across the forest floor. Her laughter, bright and clear, weaved among the trees like a gentle breeze. She paused, placing her hand on a rough-hewn tree trunk, feeling its ancient pulse. Do you hear that? She whispered, her eyes wide with wonder, listening to the quiet symphony of the woodland. A leaf, cradled by the wind, drifted past her face. She reached out to catch it, but it slipped through her fingers, a playful spirit. You won't escape me, she giggled, chasing after it. Deeper into the forest she ventured, her curiosity a beacon in the gathering mist. The forest watched, an old guardian woven with secrets. Suddenly, a shadow flickered at the edge of her vision, a shape that danced with the fog. Yuki halted, her breath catching in her throat. Who's there? Her voice was soft, a ripple in the silence. She stepped forward, the damp earth yielding beneath her feet, seeking the source of her intrigue. The shadow shifted, a fleeting glimpse of presence. Her heart quickened, but not with fear. I know you're here, she said, her words a gentle invitation. Her gaze swept the scene, the ancient trees standing like sentinels in the mist. Did you see her too? She murmured, turning to the steadfast trees, feeling their silent solidity. The forest seemed to lean in closer, its spirit weaving threads of magic through her soul. She closed her eyes, letting the forest's whispers caress her mind, as if answering her unspoken question. A breeze rustled the leaves, a playful breath, That tugged at her hair. Yuki twirled, her arms outstretched, embracing the unseen presence. "You're hiding," she said, a smile in her voice. "But I will find you." She opened her eyes, the determination in them shining like a newly forged blade. The spirit of the forest watched, unseen and wise, a guardian of the unseen and the ancient. It wove its presence through the air, a guiding hand for those who dared to see beyond the veil of the world. It recognized Yuki, her spirit bright and untamed, a soul attuned to its hidden language. With a nod of understanding, Yuki turned back towards the village, her heart alight with the promise of discovery. The forest hummed with life as she left, its essence a living tapestry of shadows and light. The spirit, invisible yet ever present, continued its watch, knowing that this was only the beginning of a tale yet untold. Hiroshi sat quietly on the wooden porch, his fingers tracing the smooth grains of the old cedar floor. Each swirl and knot a testament to time's silent passage. The morning sun, shy and delicate, began to pierce the mountain mists, casting a gentle golden hue over the cherry blossoms. Hiroshi's heart felt the weight of solitude, a silence echoing through the hollow spaces of his life. Old man Kato approached, his footsteps respectful of the morning hush. "Hiroshi," he began, his voice a gentle rustle in the still air, "do you hear the stories the forest tells?" Hiroshi nodded, his sightless eyes turning towards Kaito, as if sensing the wisdom woven into each word. "I hear them, but sometimes they are drowned by memories." Kaito settled beside him, the wisdom of years etched in his lined face. "The heart, Hiroshi, sees what the eyes cannot. Perhaps it is time to listen beyond the echoes." A soft rustle announced the presence of Yuki, her youthful curiosity a bright flame in the morning's embrace. She lingered at the edge of the porch, her eyes wide with questions. "Kaito-sama, can the forest also tell us of the past?" she asked, her voice a delicate note of hope. Kaito turned to her, a smile warming his features. "The forest holds secrets, young one. It is a tapestry of past, present, and dreams yet to come." But he paused, allowing the weight of his next words to settle. One must have patience to unravel its mysteries. Yuki's gaze shifted to Hiroshi. "Do you think it will speak of her?" Hiroshi's heart tightened, the mention of Emiko's presence both a balm and a wound. "I believe she lingers in every whisper of the leaves," he murmured, the truth a fragile thread he clung to. Kaito placed a reassuring hand on Hiroshi's shoulder. "Yuki will guide you, Hiroshi, and perhaps, in her journey, she will find the threads that bind our hearts to those we love." Yuki's eyes shone with determination. "I'll find the path, Hiroshi-san," she promised, her words a tender vow carried on the breeze. Hiroshi nodded, his heart stirred by the gentle strength in her voice. "Then I shall wait, and listen, for the stories you will bring." The morning deepened, the sun casting its blessings over the village. And as the three sat in the quiet companionship of shared purpose, the spirit of the forest watched, weaving its ancient magic, binding their souls in the delicate dance of past and present. Yuki, her heart a compass, returns to the forest, the world around her a tapestry of whispers and shadows. Each step she takes echoes through the trees, a melody of resolve and curiosity. The spirit of the forest, unseen but felt, guides her through a labyrinth of ancient paths, its presence a gentle brush against her skin. "Show me the truth," she whispers, her voice barely rising above the rustle of leaves. The forest listens, its silence an agreement, and a path appears beneath her feet, hidden yet welcoming. Her pace quickens, her movements a dance of determination, as the forest enfolds her in its embrace. The path twists and turns, leading her deeper into the heart of the woods, where sunlight filters through the canopy in dappled patterns. Yuki pauses, her breath mingling with the mist. "Are you leading me, or am I finding my own way?" she asks, her words a gentle challenge to the spirit that guides her. In response, a soft wind stirs the leaves, a playful caress upon her cheek. The spirit of the forest acknowledges her question, weaving its magic into the air around her. She steps forward once more, her feet finding the rhythm of the forest's song. The trees, ancient and wise, watch over her, their branches swaying in silent approval. "Emiko," Yuki murmurs, feeling the name resonate in her chest, a truth both familiar and elusive. Her journey becomes a dialogue with the past, a conversation that transcends time. The forest, alive with secrets, seems to nod in agreement, urging her onward. As the path widens, a clearing reveals itself, bathed in golden light. Yuki halts, her heart thrumming with anticipation. "Is this where it happened?" she asks, her voice a thread connecting her to the unseen past. The spirit of the forest responds with gentle rustlings, as if affirming her intuition. Yuki closes her eyes, her senses opening to the whispers of the earth beneath her feet. She feels the energy of the place, a convergence of memories and hopes, a place where the veil between worlds is thin. "Thank you," she whispers to the forest, an offering of gratitude for its guidance. She knows the journey is far from over, yet here in this sacred space, she has found a piece of the truth she seeks. With renewed purpose, she turns back, her steps lighter, her heart aglow with the promise of revelation. Hiroshi, his fingers tracing the familiar grooves of his favorite teacup, sits across from Old Man Kato on the porch that overlooks the garden, shrouded in the gentle embrace of twilight. The world outside seems to hold its breath, the silence wrapping around them like a comforting shawl. The cherry blossoms, stirred by an unseen breeze, whisper tales of times gone by. "Yuki has found something," Hiroshi murmurs, his voice barely rising above the cicada's song. The certainty in his tone is a steady flame against the encroaching shadows of doubt. He lowers his head slightly, as if listening to a distant echo only he can hear. Kaito, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of years, nods slowly. "The forest speaks. To those who truly listen," he replies, his voice a gentle stream flowing through the stillness. She follows the path of her heart, and the spirit is guiding her. Hiroshi lifts his gaze, the weight of unseen things pressing softly upon him. "I feel it," he admits, the words a confession carried on the evening air. A tremor, a change, as if the very essence of the earth shifts beneath our feet. The old man's eyes crinkle with a knowing smile, the lines of his years deepening, with the light of understanding. The past and present dance an intricate waltz, one that even time cannot unravel. He pauses, the moment stretching between them like an unspoken promise. In the rustle of the leaves, Hiroshi continues, his voice a quiet river of longing. I hear Emiko's laughter, see her smile in the flicker of shadows. His grip on the teacup tightens, an anchor to hold him steady against the tides of memory. Kaito breathes in deeply, the scent of cherry blossoms mingling with the cool promise of night. "Fear not the journey, Hiroshi," he advises, placing a weathered hand on the younger man's shoulder, "for the heart knows its way home." A gentle breeze stirs the garden, carrying with it the song of the forest, a melody woven with hope and the bittersweet notes of remembrance. Hiroshi closes his eyes, surrendering to the symphony that whispers of loves lost and found, of shadows and light intertwining in an eternal embrace. "Trust in what you cannot see," Kaito adds softly, his voice a soothing balm. "Yuki's discovery will mend the fabric of your heart." Hiroshi nods, a fragile hope weaving through his chest. "I believe in her," he says, the words a tentative bridge to the future. The two men sit in silence, the garden a tranquil cocoon around them, as the spirit of the forest watches, ever unseen, ever present. Yuki returns, her steps deliberate yet light as she crosses the wooden bridge that spans the stream. The water below murmurs softly, a gentle accompaniment to her racing thoughts. She steps into Hiroshi's garden, where the world is painted in the muted hues of dusk. Hiroshi sits amidst this fading light, his eyes closed, his senses turned inward, listening to the universe within him. "I saw her, Hiroshi," Yuki breathes, her voice a tender thread reaching across the silence. Hiroshi's eyes open slowly, his gaze unfocused yet filled with anticipation. He turns his head slightly, the movement revealing the hope within. "Tell me," he whispers, his voice carrying the weight of years spent in longing. Yuki steps closer, her presence a warm beacon in the encroaching shadows. She kneels beside him, her hands gentle on his wrist, as if anchoring him to the moment. "In the forest, there's a place where the trees whisper her name. I saw her, truly, as though the forest wished to share her with me." Hiroshi's breath catches, the air thick with unspoken emotions. Her laughter. Did it echo there? "It did," Yuki confirms, her eyes bright with the memory, like a melody woven into the wind, as if she were both lost and found within those trees. He nods slowly, his heart trembling with the revelation she brings. Then, "I have always been close to her, and yet so far," he murmurs, a truth both comforting and cruel. Yuki's grip tightens, her resolve aflame against the gathering dusk. "The forest holds her essence, Hiroshi. It waits for you to see with your heart." Hiroshi bows his head, the tremor of hope now a steady pulse within his chest. "You are my guide, Yuki. Without sight, I have learned to feel the world anew through your words." Her smile is a soft glow in the dim light. "We will find her together, Hiroshi. Emiko's spirit calls to us. To you." He reaches out, his hand seeking. Hers, and she offers it willingly. Their fingers entwine, a silent vow shared under the watchful eyes of the heavens. "Then let us walk this path," he says, his voice filled with a quiet determination. "For Emiko. For the truth." The garden, cradled by the encroaching night, embraces their shared moment, its ancient trees whispering secrets to the stars. The spirit of the forest, ever vigilant, weaves its unseen magic, drawing past and present closer in its timeless embrace. The spirit of Emiko lingers in the forest's embrace, her laughter a melody that only Yuki can hear. The sun dips below the horizon, casting a golden glow that dances through the trees. Yuki stands still, feeling the pulse of the forest under her feet. "She waits for you," Yuki whispers, her voice barely breaking the gentle rustle of leaves. The air is thick with the scent of pine and earth, wrapping around her like a familiar blanket. Hiroshi, sitting on a moss-covered rock, closes his eyes. "Emiko," he breathes, the name a soft prayer carried by the wind. His senses reach out, feeling the tug of her spirit in the air. Yuki steps closer, her presence a steadying force. The forest. "It holds her laughter," she says, her words an echo of warmth and remembrance. Her eyes search the shifting shadows, seeing the past woven into the present. Hiroshi nods, his heart a delicate thread pulled tight between longing and acceptance. "I thought I lost her," he murmurs, the pain of years etched in his voice. "But she is here, isn't she?" Yuki's eyes shine with the wisdom of the forest, the ancient trees nodding in agreement. "Yes," she replies, her voice a gentle assurance. "She has never left." The spirit of the forest moves like a whisper between them, binding their souls with unseen hands. Its presence is a comfort, a reminder of the connections that transcend physical boundaries. Hiroshi opens his eyes, seeing not with sight, but with the vivid colors of memory. "Tell me what you see," he asks, his voice a thread. "Of hope?" Yuki smiles, the light of the setting sun painting her face in hues of orange and gold. "I see her, in the way the leaves dance, in the way the light filters through the branches," she describes, her words weaving a tapestry of life and love. "She is a part of this place, as much as she is a part of you." Hiroshi listens, each word a balm to his weary heart. "Thank you," he says softly, his gratitude flowing like a stream through the stillness. The forest hums with a quiet magic, the spirit of Emiko a gentle presence embracing them both. In that moment, Hiroshi feels the weight of his sorrow lift, replaced by a peace that echoes through the trees. The forest wore the evening like a silken robe, as Hiroshi, with Yuki by his side, stepped onto its sacred ground. The earth cradled each footfall, the leaves whispered secrets in their rustling language. "It's here," Yuki said softly, her eyes guiding Hiroshi forward, her spirit intertwined with the forest's ancient pulse. Hiroshi paused, breathing in the scent of moss and memory. "Is this where she waits?" he asked, his voice a thread woven with hope and trepidation. Yuki nodded, her gaze tender with understanding. "She waits in the spaces between," she replied, her words an invitation to the unseen dance. Together, they moved deeper into the embrace of trees, the forest revealing a hidden glade, a sanctuary untouched by time. Hiroshi felt the air shift, a gentle caress that spoke of Emiko's presence. "Here," Yuki whispered, stepping aside to let the moment unfold, her hands resting on Hiroshi's shoulders in silent support. Hiroshi stilled, letting the glade's serenity seep into his soul. "Emiko," he called, her name a gentle ripple across the stillness. The breeze responded, carrying a familiar fragrance, a whisper of the love that once was. "I feel her," he said, tears tracing paths of gratitude on his cheeks. Yuki watched the transformation, her heart a quiet witness. "What do you see, Hiroshi?" she asked, her voice a bridge between worlds. Hiroshi closed his eyes, allowing his heart to see, to remember. "Her laughter, her warmth," he murmured, each word a brushstroke of memory painting his heart. The spirit of the forest, ever watchful, enveloped them in its timeless embrace. "She is not lost," it seemed to say, its presence a gentle affirmation. Hiroshi nodded, understanding the truth beneath the surface. "She has always been here," he breathed, feeling the weight of sorrow lift, replaced by a gentle peace. Yuki smiled, sensing the glade's acceptance of their offering. "We carry her with us," she said, her voice a melody of renewal. Hiroshi turned. To her, gratitude shining in his eyes. "Thank you, Yuki," he whispered, his words a promise to honor the past by living fully in the present. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the forest in twilight's embrace, Hiroshi and Yuki stood, together, hearts united by the journey. The spirit of the forest, hidden yet ever present, watched them depart, knowing that love, like the cherry blossoms, would continue to bloom in the cycles of time. The forest breathes around them, a symphony of whispers woven into the twilight air. Hiroshi steps forward, Yuki by his side, the path beneath their feet, a ribbon of unspoken promise. In the glade, time seems to pause, the world holding its breath for what lies ahead. "The glade is beautiful," Yuki whispers, her voice the soft rush of a distant stream. "It is," Hiroshi replies, feeling the earth's gentle heartbeat beneath his soles. "I sense her here. I've felt it before." Yuki closes her eyes, listening with her heart. Emiko's laughter. It dances like the wind through the leaves. Hiroshi nods, his breath catching. "I dreamt she was near. but it's different now. It's as if she's always here, Yuki finishes for him, her hand a steady presence on his arm. The forest cradles her spirit, Hiroshi. It always has. Hiroshi inhales deeply, the air fragrant with memories. I feared losing her, but maybe she never left. The forest shows us what we need to see, Yuki murmurs, her gaze tracing the path of the fading light. And it shows us how to remember. Hiroshi listens, his heart an instrument played by the tender hands of recollection. I see her, he breathes, his words the brush of a feather on still water. In the way the leaves fall, in the way the shadows move. She's here, Yuki smiles, a gentle curve that mirrors the crescent moon above. She has always been part of this place, and of you. Hiroshi's eyes, unseeing yet vivid with the colors of his soul, turn towards the trees swaying in silent approval. I remember the way she laughed, the way she spoke of the world as if it were a painting yet to be finished. Her voice is within the forest's song, Yuki says, her tone a lullaby that embraces them both. And within the echoes of your heart, it sings. Hiroshi extends a hand, tracing the air as if to catch the fleeting shadows of his past. I can feel her warmth, like sunlight filtering through these branches. Then let it guide you, Yuki encourages, her faith in the unseen a palpable force. Let it lead you beyond the sorrow. Hiroshi breathes deeply, the scent of cherry blossoms mingling with the scent of earth and sky. I have found her, and perhaps I've found myself. The glade, now aglow with the spirits of memory and hope, holds them in its eternal embrace, a witness to love's enduring promise. The spirit of the forest, an invisible sentinel, whispered through the trees, its voice a gentle rustle like ancient secrets unfolding. To see her, you must release her, it intoned, each word a leaf falling softly to the earth below. Hiroshi stood in the glade, surrounded by the warm embrace of the forest, the weight of its wisdom settling upon him. Tears, like fragile threads of silver, traced silent paths down his cheeks. He turned to Yuki, who stood beside him, her presence a beacon in the dim light. Her eyes, pools of understanding, met his with a quiet strength. Release her? Hiroshi's voice trembled, the words, a bridge between love and loss. Yuki nodded, her expression tender. Yes, Hiroshi-san, we must let her go. It is the only way. His heart, a vessel of memories and longing, ached with the enormity of the moment. Emiko. My Emiko, he whispered, the name a delicate prayer carried on the breeze. Yuki placed her key, small hand in his, grounding him with her warmth. She will always be here, she said softly, nodding toward his heart. In every breath, in every step you take. Hiroshi closed his eyes, breathing deeply, feeling the forest's heartbeat resonate. Within him, the spirit of the forest watched, its presence a silent hymn of encouragement, urging him to find courage in the depths of his soul. Can you feel her? Yuki asked, her voice a feather-light touch in the stillness. She is not gone. Not truly. Hiroshi nodded slowly, his resolve strengthening. Yes. Yes, I do. He inhaled the scent of cherry blossoms, the air thick with their bittersweet perfume. Thank you, Yuki, he murmured, the gratitude in his tone a balm to their shared sorrow. Together they stepped forward, Hiroshi's hand intertwined with Yuki's, each step a conscious release, a surrender to the inevitability of time's passage. The spirit of the forest embraced their decision, the trees whispering in agreement, leaves shivering in the gentle wind. In a final act of love, they opened their hearts, letting Emiko's spirit drift into the verdant arms of the forest, her essence, a snowflake dissolving into the earth. Hiroshi bowed deeply, his silhouette a testament to the bond of love that transcends even the deepest shadows of grief. "Thank you," he breathed, his voice a melody of acceptance, resonating through the stillness. The spirit of the forest, unseen yet ever present, nodded, its approval a quiet symphony in the twilight. The forest, bathed in the gentle glow of twilight, stands as a sentinel to their journey. Hiroshi and Yuki, side by side, feel the air thicken, with a tender, bitter-sweet anticipation. "We must let her go," Yuki whispers, her voice a fragile thread stretched between past and future. Her hand finds Hiroshi's, her grip a soft yet unwavering anchor. Hiroshi nods, eyes closed, feeling the weight of his memories. "Emiko," he breathes, each syllable a testament to love's enduring power. His heart swells with a mixture of sorrow and gratitude, each emotion a brushstroke on the canvas of his soul. Yuki gazes at him, her youthful eyes reflecting a wisdom beyond her years. "She'll always be part of us," she murmurs, the words a salve to the aching void. The forest listens, its ancient heart beating in rhythm with their own. Hiroshi raises his head, feeling the gentle caress of the wind, as if Emiko's fingers weave through his hair. "Thank you for showing me," he says, the words meant for both, Yuki and the spirit that envelops them. His voice carries the burden of years, a soft lament echoing the sacrifice demanded by love. The spirit of the forest, invisible but palpable, weaves around them, whispering its ancient lullaby. "To see her, you must release her," it repeats, its voice a symphony of rustling leaves and distant whispers. The forest seems to breathe with them, its presence a silent witness to their tender farewell. Yuki steps forward, her movements deliberate, as if she carries the weight of their shared journey. "It's time," she says softly, turning to Hiroshi. Her eyes, bright with unshed tears, reflect the forest's dappled light. With a deep breath, Hiroshi lets go, his heart a mosaic of memories and love. "Goodbye, Emiko," he whispers, the words a gentle release into the ether. He feels the soft brush of her spirit, a fleeting presence that dissolves into the twilight. Together, they watch the forest embrace Emiko's spirit, each leaf and branch a testament to an eternal bond. Yuki's hand remains in his, a silent vow of support and understanding. The forest hums with acceptance, its ancient magic stitching their lives into its timeless tapestry. The moment stretches, a pause in the cosmic dance. Hiroshi bows his head, feeling the forest's acceptance. "Thank you," he breathes, his voice carrying a hymn of gratitude into the gathering dusk. The spirit of the forest nods, unseen but felt, a guardian of memories etched into the heart of the earth. The forest stood, in serene silence, its ancient trees whispering secrets to the wind. Hiroshi and Yuki walked side by side, each step a gentle echo in the soft earth beneath their feet. "Yuki," Hiroshi began, his voice a quiet murmur against the rustle of leaves. "I feel her. I feel Emiko here." Yuki nodded, her eyes glistening with understanding. "The forest holds her spirit, Hiroshi. She's never truly left." They paused at the edge of a small clearing where the air seemed to shimmer with an ethereal light. Hiroshi took a deep breath, feeling the weight of memories and the frailty of the moment. He reached out, and Yuki placed her hand in his, their fingers intertwining, a bridge between past and present. "We must let her go," Yuki whispered, her voice steady but tender, like the gentle touch of an old melody. "Release her into the forest's embrace, where she belongs." Hiroshi closed his eyes, the darkness not an absence, but a canvas where Emiko's face danced with the vitality of remembered joy. "Emiko," he breathed, the name a prayer, a promise, a farewell, all in one. Tears traced the lines of his cheeks, a silent testament to the love that still lingered. The spirit of the forest stirred, its presence felt in the subtle sway of the trees, a sacred acknowledgment of the moment. To see her, you must release her, it whispered, a soft rustle of leaves that was both a command and a comfort. Hiroshi nodded, the motion imbued with acceptance, the understanding that love's true essence is found in freedom. "Thank you," he whispered to the forest, to Yuki, to the spirit of his beloved. "Thank you for allowing me to see with my heart." Yuki squeezed his hand, offering her strength, her youth, her unwavering belief in the beauty of their shared experience. "We are here, Hiroshi, in this moment, with her." Together they bowed deeply, a gesture of respect and gratitude that resonated through the clearing, reaching the very heart of the forest. The air seemed to shimmer, carrying Emiko's essence away, a gentle snowflake melting into eternity, leaving behind the warmth of cherished memories. As they stood upright, Hiroshi felt an unfamiliar lightness, a sense of peace threading through the tapestry of his sorrow. The trees swayed gently, acknowledging the release, the sacrifice of holding on. "To see is to feel," Yuki echoed softly, the words a balm, a truth, a promise renewed. The forest hummed, a gentle approval from an ancient spirit, a testament to their journey, their love, their letting go. Hiroshi stands in his garden, the air fragrant with cherry blossoms. He lifts a brush, painting with vibrant strokes only he can see. The colors of spring whisper in the breeze, unburdened by sight, yet full of life. Hiroshi, softly to himself, the heart's palette knows no bounds. Emiko, you are here. Yuki approaches, her steps light on the soft earth, bringing with her the vitality of youth and the wisdom of her journey. Yuki. Hiroshi-san. The village is alive with color. Your work, it inspires us all. Hiroshi, smiling, nodding. The colors are a gift, a memory of Emiko, and of the forest. Yuki kneels beside him, watching his hands move with practiced grace, each stroke a testament to love and remembrance. Yuki, I see her in the blossoms, feel her in the wind. You've taught me to see with my heart. Hiroshi, pauses, his voice tender. You, Yuki, have shown me paths unseen. Emiko's spirit lives in each moment, in each breath. Yuki reaches out, touching the canvas as if to feel the colors, her fingers tracing the air where Hiroshi's brush dances. Yuki, it's like music, isn't it? Painting, feeling, living. A melody we all share. Hiroshi, yes, a symphony of memories and dreams. The heart sees what the eyes cannot. Yuki stands looking toward the village, where the cherry blossoms burst with renewed vigor, painting the landscape in hues of hope. Yuki, the village celebrates today, the festival of renewal. Will you join us, Hiroshi-san? Hiroshi considers, then nods. Yes. Emiko would want us to dance in the colors of spring. They walk together side by side, Hiroshi's pace measured, yet full of purpose, guided by Yuki's gentle presence. Yuki, I have stories to share, adventures of my own. You've taught me to weave life into tales. Hiroshi chuckles, and I will listen with my heart, as Emiko taught me. As they reach the village, the air fills with laughter and song. The cherry blossoms sway, a gentle cascade of petals surrounding them as if echoing their journey. Villagers, voices in harmony. To see is to feel. To feel is to live. Hiroshi pauses, feeling the community's warmth, the bonds of shared stories and love, his heart a canvas painted with the colors of life. Hiroshi. To the breeze, softly. I am here, Emiko. I am here. The spirit of the forest, unseen, watches over, the promise of renewal, an eternal dance between memory and tomorrow. Yuki steps lightly along the gravel path, the sound of her laughter mingling with the gentle breeze as it carries the scent of blooming cherry blossoms. She finds Hiroshi in his garden, his brush dancing gracefully across the canvas with colors unseen to his eyes. Her presence is a soft whisper of joy amongst the serenity. "Hiroshi-san," she calls, her voice bright like morning sunlight. "I've come to tell you of my adventures, of the worlds I've painted with my heart." Hiroshi pauses, his brush hovering above the canvas, a smile spreading across his face. "Ah, Yuki," he replies warmly, "your spirit always brings such vibrant hues to my day. Sit. Tell me what your heart has seen." Yuki settles beside him, her movements fluid and purposeful, as if she is weaving her own tapestry of memories. "I wandered to the seaside," she begins, her eyes alight with recollection. "The waves were a chorus, singing stories of far-off lands. I danced with the wind, feeling the sea's spray like whispers on my skin." Hiroshi nods, the image taking shape in his mind. "The sea is a wise storyteller," he muses, his voice a gentle echo of her own enthusiasm. "It carries the dreams of many, as the forest does with its secrets." "Yes," Yuki agrees, her hand brushing the petals of a nearby blossom. "And in the forest, I found new paths, untold tales waiting to unfold. Each step was a song, each shadow a mystery." He tilts his head, listening intently. "The forest embraces those who seek with open hearts," he reflects, his brush moving once more with deliberate grace. "You have learned its language, as I did with Emiko." Yuki's gaze softens, the mention of Emiko a tender reminder of the journey they've shared. "You taught me to see with my heart," she says, her words a gentle melody. "To feel the essence of what lies beyond sight, beyond the physical." Hiroshi's smile deepens, the weight of her words a balm to his soul. "And you, Yuki, have shown me that even in loss there is a beauty, a renewal." The breeze stirs, rustling the leaves as the sun dips lower, casting golden hues across the garden. Yuki stands, the promise of new adventures in her stance. "We must continue to paint our stories," she declares with a playful wink, "for the heart's canvas is vast, endless." Hiroshi chuckles softly, his laughter mingling with the fading light. "Indeed, Yuki," he agrees, his voice a quiet celebration. "Together, we will create a tapestry of life, woven with memories and dreams." As Yuki departs, her steps echo a rhythm of hope, of renewal, leaving behind a garden filled with the symphony of their shared journey. Old Man Kaito stands at the edge of the village where the path meets the forest, his gaze sweeping over the swathes of cherry blossoms painting the sky. His footfalls are deliberate, each step a conversation with the earth beneath him, carrying the weight of stories yet untold. The forest. It has seen many lives, many hearts, Kaito murmurs almost to himself, as if the very trees lean forward, to listen. He senses the whispers of the past in the rustling branches, feeling the presence of those who have walked before him. Ah, but it holds many more tales yet to sing. Beside him, a child tugs at her mother's sleeve, her eyes wide with wonder, as if the world is a storybook opening just for her. "Will you tell us one, Kaito-san?" she asks, her voice a soft ripple in the evening air. Kaito rests a gentle hand on her head, smiling. "Stories. They come to us when the time is right," he replies, his gaze drifting back to the forest where the spirit hums a song of ages. "For now, we listen." The child nods, her curiosity alight, yet satisfied. Her mother watches Kaito with eyes that hold their own history, understanding the sacred dance between past and present. "We are grateful for your wisdom," she says, her voice a quiet reverence. Kaito inclines his head, accepting her words, with the humility of a man who knows the strength of community. "Wisdom," he repeats, a soft echo, "is a gift we share, like the blossoms that scatter and return." The child releases her mother's hand and skips forward, dancing with the petals as they flutter to the ground. Her laughter mingles with the soft sigh of leaves, a melody that bridges the generations. From a distance, Hiroshi observes, his heart full yet calm, as he watches the village pulse with life. He steps forward, joining Kaito at the forest's edge, the ground welcoming his steady pace. "Yuki." "She sees the world with new eyes," Hiroshi says, his voice a tapestry woven with gratitude and newfound clarity. Kaito turns to him, his smile a gentle sunrise. "As do you, my friend," he replies, his tone a quiet celebration of Hiroshi's journey. "The past, it does not leave us, but transforms." Hiroshi nods, feeling the truth settle within him like a gentle snowfall. "The forest, it taught me to see," he says, his words a testament to the bonds that hold them all together. Kaito reaches out, clasping Hiroshi's shoulder, their shared understanding a silent agreement. "And you have taught it to speak," he replies, his voice a promise that echoes the eternal rhythm of nature and heart. They stand together, the forest cradling their conversation, as the village lives on, each soul a note in the symphony of renewal and remembrance. In the tranquil embrace of the garden, Hiroshi's fingers trace the contours of an unfinished canvas, his mind sketching the whispers of Emiko's laughter. The cherry blossoms sway gently, their petals catching the light like fleeting memories. The air, cool and fragrant, wraps around him like a familiar embrace. "I am here," Hiroshi whispers, his voice barely a tremor against the gentle hum of the evening. "Do you hear me, Emiko?" The breeze answers with a caress, carrying the distant sound of children's laughter from the village below. Hiroshi smiles, a tender curve that speaks of love undiminished by time. The spirit of the forest, unseen, yet felt, stirs among the ancient trees, its presence a silent guardian of the bonds that weave life together. Hiroshi shifts slightly, feeling the earth beneath him, the solid reminder of the world that remains. "I remember," he murmurs, his voice a gentle thrum of heartbeats. "The first time I saw you beneath these blossoms. You wore a dress of sky, and your eyes were the light of 1,000 dawns." Silence answers him, a companionable presence that fills the garden with the echo of shared histories. The cherry blossoms, in their timeless dance, whisper secrets to the wind. Hiroshi takes a deep breath, his senses attuned to the rustle of leaves, the distant song of a bird returning home. "I paint with you," he says softly, as though she sits beside him, brush in hand, guiding his strokes. A gentle laughter, like a melody of bells, floats through the air. Hiroshi pauses, his heart a vibrant echo of that sound. "Emiko," he breathes, eyes closed, seeing her face with the clarity of his soul. The spirit of the forest nods within its leafy realm, acknowledging the love that transcends the fragile boundaries of life and memory. The cherry blossoms sway, petals drifting like tiny spirits in the twilight. "Thank you," Hiroshi whispers again, his gratitude an offering to the unseen forces that wove their lives together. "For the time we had, for the time we still share. I promise to live fully, with you always in my heart." The evening deepens, shadows lengthening with a quiet grace. Hiroshi, feeling the subtle tug of the breeze, rises slowly, a man renewed by acceptance and the gentle hand of memory. The garden, in its serene beauty, holds the echoes of love everlasting, as the spirit of the forest watches over, a guardian of dreams woven from the threads of life and loss. The village gathers beneath, the cherry blossoms, the air fragrant with the scent of renewal. Lanterns sway gently in the breeze, casting a warm glow over the faces of those assembled. In the center, Hiroshi stands, his presence a testament to the journey of his heart. To see is to feel. The villagers chant softly, their voices blending with the rustle of leaves. The words resonate through the crowd, a symphony of unity washing over them. Yuki, her eyes sparkling with the light of countless stars, approaches Hiroshi. "The blossoms are beautiful this year," she says, her voice a gentle caress. "Yes," Hiroshi replies, nodding with a smile that reaches deep into the marrow of his soul. "They remind me of her, of Emiko, and all that she loved." Yuki takes his hand, her touch a lifeline woven with threads of understanding. She is here, with us, in every petal, every breeze. Hiroshi closes his eyes, feeling the truth of her words settle upon him like a cloak. "Thank you, Yuki," he murmurs, his gratitude echoing through the space between them. Around them, laughter bubbles. Up like a spring, the joyous sounds of life continuing. Children dart between the cherry trees, their giggles a melody that dances upon the wind. The elders, seated with dignity, watch with eyes full of stories yet untold. Old man Kaito steps forward, his cane tapping a gentle rhythm on the soil. "The forest. It watches," he says, his voice carrying the weight of wisdom. "Each year, it gifts us the chance to remember, and to begin anew." Hiroshi bows his head, feeling the presence of the spirit of the forest in the very air he breathes. "I owe it much for guiding me back to life." The villagers, their hearts intertwined by the shared tapestry of joy and sorrow, continue their chant. "To see is to feel," they repeat, the words rising like a hymn to the heavens. Hiroshi, his spirit buoyed by the closeness of the community, joins the chorus. His voice, though softened by the years, is firm with the strength of newfound clarity. The night deepens, embracing them in its velvet folds. The cherry blossoms, touched by moonlight, shimmer with a luminescence that speaks of otherworldly beauty, a reminder of the love that transcends time. Together, the village stands beneath the fluttering blooms, their lives a testament to the harmony of remembrance and renewal. The spirit of the forest watching over them, its ancient heart beating in time with their own. The village lanterns flicker under the canopy of stars, their light weaving delicate patterns upon the ground. The air, a gentle whisper, cradles the sounds of distant laughter. Beneath the ancient cherry blossoms, villagers gather in clusters, their voices rising in harmonious chorus, a testament to lives lived in unity and renewal. Yuki stands at the edge of the clearing, her eyes reflecting the glow of shared warmth. "Do you hear it, Hiroshi?" she asks softly, her voice a thread weaving through the night's tapestry. "The forest, it's alive with stories." Hiroshi nods, feeling the pulse of the earth beneath his feet. "Yes, Yuki, I feel them," he replies, his voice a gentle echo of the festival's joy. With each word, he breathes the vibrant colors of life once more. A child runs past, laughter trailing behind like a ribbon in the breeze. Hiroshi turns his head, as if following the sound with his heart. The laughter of children. It reminds me of Emiko, he murmurs, a tender smile shaping his lips. Yuki, sensing the subtle dance of remembrance within him, steps closer. "She is here, Hiroshi, in the laughter, in the air," she assures, her hand resting lightly on his arm. "You taught me to see beyond sight." Hiroshi's eyes, though unseeing, are bright with the light of understanding. "And you taught me to release," he says, a quiet marvel in his tone. "To let go, to love without holding. The spirit of the forest breathes through the leaves, a silent guardian of these moments. The villagers, swaying to the rhythm of nature's song, sense its presence, acknowledging the past and its blessings. Hiroshi bows slightly, his gesture a wordless gratitude to the unseen force that has guided his journey. Nearby, old man Kaito watches with eyes that have witnessed many cycles. The forest remembers us all, he muses, his voice a gentle breeze upon the ears of those who listen. Every life, every story, woven into the tapestry of time. A breeze stirs the cherry blossoms, their petals cascading in a delicate dance. Hiroshi raises his face to the sky, feeling the soft touch of petals against his skin. Emiko, he whispers, the name a melody carried on the wind. You are with me, always. As twilight deepens, the villagers raise their voices in unison, a symphony of shared hopes and dreams. Hiroshi stands amongst them, feeling the heartbeat of the community, the love that binds them all, the spirit of the forest, unseen yet ever. Present cradles this moment in its eternal embrace, a witness to the enduring power of remembrance, love, and release.